Oh, he stole the ball! He's up!
I don't believe it! Jamie Horowitz is having the game of his life. He is the real thing, and there's no denying it. Hello and welcome to another exciting night of Newton South basketball. This is Michael Krupat along with Dave Portnoy bringing you every Newton South ball home game here on New TV 13. Tonight, there certainly is something in the air. Newton South, ranked number 6 in Eastern Mass, takes on Lincoln Sudbury, ranked number 7, both ranked by the Boston Globe. Tonight, the players to watch are Mike Nogelo from Lincoln Sudbury, and Jamie Horowitz from Newton South, and then Matt Williams from Lincoln Sudbury, and Paul Krasinski from Newton South. Nogelo is certainly a dangerous player. Dave, tell me about Nogelo.
Nogelo is definitely a player to watch. I'd say there's no question about that. He averages 16 points a game and has 10 rebounds, and he's a great three-point shooter. He's a real threat from the outside. He hasn't been yet this season. He's really been a force in their games, and as we see, LS has been rolling. They're winning. They've won their games by an average of 24 points.
Now, on Newton South side, what are they going to do to defend against Nogelo, considering such a threat, such an all-around player?
Well, I spoke to Coach Killaway, and he had said they were going to stick Horowitz on him, but they were going to depend more on a scrambling help-side defense, which is their standard defense, to stop Nogelo because he is such a threat from the outside.
Okay, let me just set the scene for those of you at home. It's a Wednesday night, a house. There are about 30 people waiting outside who couldn't get in. This game is big. Dave, exactly, tell me a little bit about last year. Why is this game so big, other than the teams being ranked so high this year?
Well, what happened last year was that Newton South won the DCL, and LS was the runner-up. And in their two games, you saw South winning on a buzzer beater, which was missed by LS in LS, and then LS came to South and was able to give South its only loss in the DCL last year. So these are two teams that really want a piece of each other. These are the two teams that are playing for the DCL, and tonight we see them for the first time.
Okay, South is officially is favored tonight. They're ranked number 6, but do you feel that there is an underdog and a favorite in this game, or is it pretty even?
Well, it's a very even game, but I would, along with many people, have to give the edge slightly to LS. LS is coming into this game ranked behind South only because South won the DCL. Really, LS is a very talented team this year. Like South, they didn't lose many players. They have Nogelo back, they have Williams back, Felsing, Ireland. They're a really, really good team. And they're coming here with something to prove. They really need to prove to people because, as they believe, that they should have won the DCL. LS feels they should have. They feel they need to prove this. And tonight is the night they have.
They won Division II last year.
They went to the finals where they lost. And they feel that they should have won the DCL. They feel that they should have beat South in LS. They feel they missed some clutch layups. They really gave the game to South. And tonight they want to prove that in front of a packed house that they are the rightful DCL champion and not Newton South.
Okay, now I'm sure what people are wondering, what about Newton South? 3-0. They've won each game. All of the games haven't been close, but at the end of the game, but at halftime, it has been close. How is South gonna come out?
Well, South has to come out fired up if they want to win. This LS team will not let you back into the game. You can't expect to go through the first half and play subpar and win, as South has been doing. They need to come out fired up and ready to go. I spoke to Coach Killaway again, and he said his team was ready. This was the game. He said this is what high school basketball is all about. He said, get ready to see a show.
Okay, now I'd like you to give me some of Portnoy's pointers for tempo of the game, what each team's game plan is.
Well, both of these teams run the ball. These are two teams that can move the ball up and down the court and score a lot of points on you. If Newton South hopes to win the game, they've got to stop Nogelo from hitting the three. That's his big shot. He doesn't miss much. You got to get in his face. The help side defense has to be aggressive and scramble.
Also, one reminder though, Nogelo is 6'5", so he can hit from outside, but also he's going to look to post up on Newton South down low, because Newton South doesn't, while they are a large team, they don't have someone other than Krasinski with that kind of versatility that can defend against Nogelo.
Yeah, well, that's the problem LS poses. They're not only a quick, skilled team that hits the outside shot, but they're a big team. They have Matt Willie rebounds, 10 rebounds a game, Nogelo 10 rebounds a game, and Murphy 5 to 6 rebounds a game. So they have guys who can grab the boards, and at the same time, they can hit the three. So it's a team that really has no weaknesses.
Okay, who's gonna guard Nogelo when South goes into man-to-man? I heard it's gonna be Micah Haubin to start, and then they'll switch it up a little bit, especially for man-to-man, as I said.
Well, the responsibility will probably be shared between Micah Haubin and Jamie Horowitz. The reason for having Micah Haubin, a much slower player, guarding Nogelo is they feel that Haubin can use his size to keep Nogelo out of the middle. So South is looking to take advantage of that situation with Micah Haubin.
Okay, what about some other players from Newton South who have become a real key part of players to the team, such as Rob Robledo and other role players who make South strong? South has, you know, the two big people in Horowitz and Krasinski. What about the rest of the team?
Well, clearly Jamar and Jamel are there. They, you know, add defensive help and points. Clearly Micah Haubin played a great game against CM. Amani Allen. But really the story of this team, the surprise, and you can't say enough about him, is Doug Wade. He's playing fantastically off the bench. And as long as Doug continues to produce, they have 3 big men.
And also Doug has been playing some power forward when Haubin's gotten winded, and also just Doug's been playing great basketball with Doug and Krasinski in there. The size factor is a little bit more even for South and LS.
Yeah, there is no real size advantage. That's what South has been using a lot of this year, is their size and rebounding advantage, and they don't have one against LS. There are a lot of big people on this LS team.
Okay, there's 2 words that really describe this game, I think. Not the whole picture, but a side note, they are Arash Marathi.
Yes, Arash Marathi makes his return to Newton South. Arash did not have, as we should say, the, you know, kindest relationship with Killalay or the Newton South organization. He moved on to LS last year, and he's coming back, and he certainly has something to prove to everyone here about his ability to play.
Yeah, I think that'll be interesting to see if Arash can get in there a little bit, maybe in the middle of the game. I know he doesn't start.
The fans will be on him.
All right, now we're going to stop for the opening lineups, and Mr. Cruz.
I'd like to express our concerns about the apparent deterioration of sportsmanship in high school athletics. All spectators are reminded that we are dealing with young athletes, not professionals who are trying to do their best with their school. With the question of appearances of the world, spectators are reminded that the place of the victory is not entitled ones to cheer, criticize, or downgrade opposing players, coaches, or officials. And now to the starting lineup.
What we said was good. I don't know what you said. I started going, are you talking about it? What are you talking about? And he basically tried out, yeah, there's no big name.
Sudbury, number 44, guard Miles Wilson. From Newton South, a guard number 23, Jackson. From Lincoln Sudbury, a forward number 20, Adrian Murphy. From Newton South, a forward number 22, Micah Haubin. From Lincoln Sudbury, a forward number 25, co-captain Mike Nogelo.
Okay, so the scene is set. Newton South, Lincoln Sudbury. The biggest game so far of the year. We'll have the tip-off shortly. We'll see immediately whether South has come to play, whether they are fired up. I know they're fired up, but whether they intentionally, mentally, they're in it. Because previously they hadn't been. Previously they hadn't been as intense to start with, and they had to, you know, work at it till the second half when they really put on a show.
You can't say this enough. Tempo, establishing tempo and rhythm is so important in basketball, and South has not been able to do that until the second half. And against a team like LS, certain dooms. You gotta establish tempo early.
LS has come out strong every game and blown away every opponent.
An average of 24 points. Their margin of victory is large.
We're underway. Krasinski with the tip. Krasinski gets the ball stripped, came up with the board. South ball. Micah Howden to inbound. Green penetrates. Look at the line. Newton South has been a pretty good foul shooting team. In the first game, Horowitz against CC, Horowitz had some troubles at the line, but he recovered well. In the second game, Krasinski against CC. Krasinski had a great game at the line first half. Second half, he tapered off a little, but against Boston Latin, he recovered. I think foul shots, Dave, are the keys to the game.
Well, certainly you can't miss foul shots. You can't expect to win if you do. They're called free throws because they're free shots at the basket. So you'll find that teams that tend to miss them tend not to be terribly successful.
And Newton South, pressure defense. Got Coach Killay off the bench. This is what Newton South wants to do defensively.
Oh,
pressure the ball.
They got pressure on the ball, and they forced LS into a timeout early. You got to keep LS off their rhythm.
It's clear.
A good way to do that is that kind of pressure defense they just played there.
It's clear that Newton South, that Lincoln Sudbury just hasn't faced this kind of pressure defense yet in the season.
Well, Killay said they wanted to establish their game early, and they had to get the pressure defense going. To get it going, LS seems a bit flustered. Calls timeout.
At the timeout, it's 1-0 Newton South. Number 25, Mike Nogelo to inbound for Lincoln Sudbury. Scott Ireland ball. Nogelo from deep. Krasinski grabs the board.
That was a long three-point, almost from pro distance.
He's a 6'5" player, can put it up.
He's got the tools to go much further than high school ball. That's for sure.
Allen from the top of the key. Misses. From the corner, that's number 44. And Krasinski comes up with another big board. Williams having some trouble.
That's 3 rebounds for Krasinski, and all of them were monstrous. He's going up hard to the rim to pull that ball down. That's what you're looking for.
And so far, Newton South has come to play. They're shooting well. Oh, it's Green. Jamel Green from the top.
What Newton South is really doing well is the defense. They're really keeping LS from doing much of anything. They're taking 2 long threes so far.
Yeah, in the previous games, Newton South has came out, and not only were they a little flat, they were a little sloppy.
Oh.
Now Newton South is executing very nicely. Krasinski got a piece of Williams, and Williams will go to the line. Foul trouble is something both teams are going to have to watch. It's kind of obvious, but at this level, when you have these kind of stars like Krasinski, without Krasinski, without Williams for Lincoln Sudbury, they're in trouble, especially such an evenly matched team.
Player for player, these are 2 really well-matched teams if you look at it. Height and skill-wise.
Williams hits, making it Newton South's 3, Lincoln Sudbury 2. And Horowitz gets fouled. Go to the line. Foul on number 22, Scott Ireland.
They come out with Scott Ireland covering Jamie Horowitz. Scott Ireland, who was an all-star in soccer, so he's a 2-sport athlete.
Jamie and Ireland faced up at soccer. Yep. It's Krasinski from the top of the key, short. That was a good rivalry. South almost beat Lincoln Sudbury in soccer twice. New South ball. The foul is on number 22, Scott Ireland, second. Green penetrating. Apparently no contact on the play. Krasinski comes up
Another
big.
monster round.
Nobody.
The boards beautifully.
Nobody can contend with Paul Krasinski so far.
Hitting the boards aggressively.
Nice pick by Halbin. Goes off Lincoln Sudbury quick. Ball.
Really, no team is establishing much offense at all.
No, the tempo is slow. Newton South isn't afraid to shoot it, which I've seen in the previous 3 games. And number 42.
Here's a Rosh Maradi.
Rosh Maradi checking into the game for 22 Ireland, who's got into a little bit of foul trouble. Well, this game is big.
The crowd's giving it to a Rosh.
Yeah. Well, this game is big on the 2 teams. Personally, I know this is big for Rosh Maradi.
Crowd giving it to him the minute he steps on.
Now Lincoln Sudbury running. Horowitz gets all ball. Nice block. Lincoln Sudbury ball. Number 44. Miles Felsing.
Felsing averages about 10 points a game, so.
Green with a walk in the corner. Lincoln Sudbury picking it up.
Can't let Felsing sit alone and shoot.
That's right. Lincoln Sudbury 4, New South 3. Lincoln Sudbury breaking the trap nicely. And there's a walk. Can't fall down with it. Still 3-4. Horowitz penetration comes up short. Maradi running the ball. And Horowitz says, "Get out of my house."
The crowd likes that one. They're giving it to him again.
Doug Wade checking in for number 22, Micah Halbin. 2 excellent football players in the fall.
Doug Wade, an all-star. DCL.
Had Micah Halbin not had some knee troubles early on, he may have well been an all-star as well. Ireland fakes a shot, penetrates. Krasinski, another big board. Green bringing the ball up. Now slowing it down. Inside to Krasinski. They haven't done this much. He's stripped. Krasinski had a great game inside against CM. They had nobody who could contend with him. Tonight, another story. That's Felsing from behind the arc. Horowitz comes up with a board. Hitting. It's good.
Well, up until now, Horowitz hasn't been taking very many good shots.
Yeah, he's also had a little bit of contact inside. The refs haven't called it. They're letting him play.
Yeah, well, they are.
And foul on number 13,
The shots,
Jamel Green.
The shots which Horowitz normally turns into a two-shot foul have not been called. And what's ended up happening is he gets some bad shots.
That's how Horowitz, that's Horowitz' game, penetrating, creating, dishing off, or getting fouled.
Yeah.
That's how he compiles the 20, 30 points a game.
Well, he does that well because it's very hard to play defense on him. He has a lot of moves, and once he gets in there, he's very accurate with his shooting. So, defensive players are...
Williams from deep. He's got all air. Clearly, centers should not be taking three-point shots.
That had to have been tipped.
Yeah, there is no shot clock in high school basketball, boys at least. So that wasn't a factor. Green, it's a little over anxious. Takes a couple steps.
That had to have been tipped.
Yeah.
Even a center couldn't shoot that down.
Even a center.
Even a center.
Now checking in for Jamel Green, his twin brother, Jamar Green, number 15. The dynamic duo. The Green brothers. Robledo gets a piece of number 25, Mike Nogelo. Robledo's only a sophomore. He's going to just play more and more as the season gets on. He's got some skills like Shaq.
Future superstar.
He knows he's got skills.
Future superstar, that Robledo.
That's right.
He's going to be big. Got to do big things.
Nogelo hits his first. Nogelo hits two, making the score. Lincoln Sudbury 6, New South 5. Horowitz, nice penetration. No foul called. Wade with a big board. Underneath the Krasinski, it's good. Newton South is running it now. This is what they want to do.
Well executed right there. The outlet pass followed up by good control down court.
As the Lincoln Sudbury coach told me, execution is really the key to this game. Williams, from the top of the key, it's good. 8-7, Lincoln Sudbury's favor.
Well, what we saw in that play was during South's run, they had easy layups, like on that play by South.
Horowitz gets swatted. Lincoln Sudbury running. South can't let this happen. They can't let Lincoln Sudbury have 4 or 5 chances, nonetheless 3 chances under the board, getting those offensive rebounds. Have to box out. Krasinski's called with a foul. The charge. As I said, obviously has to watch his fouls.
That's a fairly bad call. But they're calling it close. It's been going both ways.
Yeah.
Gonna have to watch themselves in there.
Horowitz hasn't been getting any breaks on his penetration as well. Ireland from the corner. Lincoln Sudbury's going on a run now.
South has to slow it down and get some good shots here. They've really been forcing the ball a lot.
Yeah. Robledo going to the hoop. A little out of control. Lincoln Sudbury running nicely. Nice transition to Williams. No foul called. Now there's a pickup. Adrian Murphy. Shoot 2. Lincoln Sudbury has gone on quite a run. 14-7 LS. And Coach Killay wisely calls a timeout.
An 8-0 run by LS there. And this is what they do. They really open up leads quickly. It's quite similar to the beginning of the Boston Latin game, on which Nogelo exploded all over Boston Latin. He scored the first 10 points on 2 3-pointers and a jump shot and a dunk. Boston Latin had to call timeout. It's what they do. Sudden runs like that.
Well, I think Coach Killay is going to tell the team just relax, start over, work on how they were working at the beginning of the game, try and pick up the pace a little bit more. South getting a little over anxious. It has to be worrying South.
Oh, surely, the problem right now for South is not on defense, but it's on offense. Because, as you've seen, they've been forcing the ball. They have not been taking good shots. They've been taking out-of-control forced shots. And in a game like this, that's absolutely not what they need to do. Not at all.
It'll be number 20, Adrian Murphy at the line. He hits, that's a 3-point play. 15-7. Inside to Krasinski. Wait, I'm sorry. I was back. Union South still coming up short. Green guarding Arash tightly. Marotti goes inside, loses it, and they call the foul on Horowitz. Horowitz doesn't like that at all. Nice movement of the ball. That was a sweet play. Well designed by Coach Horton. Rosh came off the pick there.
Beautiful pass by Rosh Marotti.
Nice give and go.
Set the whole thing up.
I'm sure they've been working hard on that one in practice. Horowitz regains control. Outside to Green. That's clearly not the shot Union South wants to be taking. Williams gets sloppy.
I mean, there's an 11-0 run going on right now by LS, and it's because of shots like that one.
Well,
and you compare the 2 shots that were just taken by both teams. And the Warriors came down, and they produce a layup for Nogelo. A South comes down, and he throws an out-of-control runner in the
They've been trying to. They have been trying to get into Krasinski. On that play, just Williams knocked it out, and that's all they were left with. South has got to be patient. They have to. They have to, work it around. If they're going to slow it down, they have to. Well, that's create good shots.
Yeah, that's another difference you can see is that the ball movement. I mean, the Warriors are passing the ball around a lot. Maybe 2 to 3 passes before the shot. South is not passing all that much. They really have been doing a lot of forcing here. Now they're slowing it down a bit, which is what they need to do.
Yeah. Not a high percentage shot by Green. Nogelo came up with another board. That's South. That's okay for South. If they have people taking jumpers from the top of the key, they can come back. LS fans getting a little bit on Jamie Horowitz's case, but I think he really thrives off that. It's gonna make him a little more intense. Foul on Marotti. He got a little bit of Robletto's hand. (17-7). LS. How's that Wade-Krasinski combo?
They're not producing much now, actually. Really, South is being out-rebounded, out-passed, outplayed. That's the problem.
Forced by Wade. Like a Sudbury ball.
That Krasinski-Wade combo can be incredibly powerful, and I'm taking nothing away from LS. They're defending it well. But once again, South is just forcing the ball too much.
Good defense there. Wade got all ball. Big block. Inside to Horowitz. He'll shoot two. Better play selection. Micah Halbin now reporting in for Douglas Wade.
His name doesn't really lend itself to being chanted, does it?
No, I don't think there's much rhythmic movement in the name Horowitz, as in Marotti.
No fluency. Yeah. Marotti versus Horowitz.
They go Jamie Horowitz, but still it's a mouthful.
Jamie Horowitz works better, I think.
I agree.
Rhythm's so important in taunting.
Have you been taunted many times, Dave?
Well,
to
tell you the truth, I was
Taunter.
taunted a lot as a little kid.
Anyways, back to basketball. Newton South, it's Newton South 8, Lynx Sudbury 17. South having some problems.
That was South's first points in about 5 minutes. And that's not going to win you many basketball games.
No, it's not. Out of control shot.
Terrible shot.
Williams, another out of control shot.
That wasn't much prettier.
Now South is running it. This is what they want to do, as I've said many times before. Now they've got to slow it down. Green doing a good job calling the plays. There's a force by Halbin. Good idea, but can't have turnovers. Newton South man-to-man. Williams off the pick. No good. He's not had a great shooting night. Horowitz retains the dribble. Horowitz penetrating. They say it was before the penetration. Horowitz not getting any breaks.
One of the reasons Williams is not having such a good shooting night, incidentally, is because he's shooting the ball from outside. I mean, realistic, Matt Williams is listed at 6'6". He looks to be taller than that. He's not going to be a good outside shooter, and he's taking a lot of shots from far back, from deep in the key. It's a pretty strange shot selection for your center.
Yeah. Now Doug Wade checking in for Paul Krasinski. It's 4:23, Newton South 8, Lynx Sudbury 17. Newton South pressing, but Lincoln Sudbury does a good job breaking out of the trap. That went off Horowitz. LS ball. Nice movement. And there's good effort. Smash mouth effort by both teams.
This is very inconsistent officiating.
As is all officiating.
True. but we've seen them let it go as they did there, and we've seen them call it real tight. Seems to be wavering back and forth a bit. It's a big game for the officials too, though.
Williams takes it.
Nice move.
Yeah, good job recovering. After he put the ball down and lost it.
That's more in his range than those outside was shooting.
Newton's a little slow getting it into Halvin. Halvin came off the pick nicely. Lincoln Sudbury looking sloppy. And Krasinski comes off the bench. Doug Wade's done a good job, you know, for Krasinski. Providing the extra height, providing the boards. He's having a great season, Doug Wade is. Krasinski, sweet touch. Allen gets a piece of the ball. Ellis obtains. For three, Alvin with a rebound. That was Felsing, number 44. Green looking for the foul. There was contact. Now Newton South be patient. Lincoln Sudbury in a 2-3 zone. Bad luck there. Had everything going right. And Krasinski says, I don't think so.
Hard for the little guys to stand in there with all them trees and put the ball in.
That's right. Big trees.
A lot of big trees.
Redwood.
The mighty redwood. The large.
Horowitz had to pick up on the help side defense there. Wasn't able to. 21-12. Lincoln Sudbury. Horowitz goes baseline, dishes off. A little hesitant. Oh, nice play. I don't know if that was planned that way.
Good ball movement by LS. They just move the ball well. A lot of guys in this team just passing. Passing is so important. A lot of guys in this team
Execution.
have the as Coach Horton had said to us, execution.
Horowitz drives, doesn't get the call. Krasinski with a board. Nice putback.
Execution is so important.
Number 25, Nogelo, sneaks in there. Gets the rebound and the 2 points. Horowitz forces into Krasinski. They want to go into Krasinski, but you have to make sure it's a good shot. Nice running of the ball by number 22, Ireland. Creating easy layups. Krasinski.
Another no call there.
Horowitz, nice defensive effort. And that was a clear foul. Number 25. Oh, now they're getting into it.
Tempers flaring. Halvin had some words for Nogelo, and they did not look to be the friendly sort.
I tell you, if there's one player I wouldn't want to get into a fight with on Newton South, well, there are many players I wouldn't want to get into a fight with in Newton South, but if there was the most would be Micah Halvin.
Let me put it to you this way. If you had to get into a fight with a player on Newton South, who would it be?
Well, Ed Aronson.
Good call. Well, I'm not sure he qualifies for a player.
No, and I wouldn't want to get into a fight with Mr. Aronson. He's a great guy.
Yeah, Mr. Aronson is a great guy. He does a lot for the school.
He does, he does. 14-28. Lincoln Sudbury. 37 seconds left in the half. Newton South is used to this. They normally are down at halftime, but they're not used to being
down by this much. They're being outplayed.
Exactly.
They're going to go in at halftime, and Coach Killalay is really going to have to puzzle over what to do because Nogelo has not dominated them. They have not been dominated by Nogelo, but just superior execution is what's winning this game for the Warriors. It's not Nogelo, it's a total team effort. And he said if anything was going to beat them, it would probably be Nogelo. Well, it hasn't been.
Now checking in for Williams, number 24, Brooke Held. Brooke Held, the star quarterback of the entire DCL. He'll go to BC next year on a scholarship for football. Krasinski short. South in a man-to-man. Nice movement of the ball. Held has got to get his hands up. Two seconds left. Oh, he's got to put it up. Oh! At the half.
Wouldn't have counted if it went.
No, that's right. At the half, it's Newton South 14. Lincoln Sudbury 29. Newton South has some things to go over at halftime. We're going to take a break right now. Come back to a little bit later.
I know what's going on. I'm losing.
Joining me now at halftime is Newton South alum Josh Fink. Josh, what's going on? 14-29. What do you think are the biggest problems right now in the game?
Well, honestly, we're sitting here in the corner over here, and we're noticing a couple of things. First thing is, on defense, definitely both guards, Jamel and Jamie, are going to the glass, trying to get some rebounds, offensive rebounds, because they have a height advantage on these other guards from Lincoln Sudbury. But nobody's rotating back. Ellis is getting a lot of fast break opportunities. So I definitely think in the second half they gotta have one man. If Jamie's going to drive, Jamel's going to drive. The other one's got to release back, stop that fast break. But otherwise, I think that's really key weakness they gotta take care of in the second half.
Okay. Now you played on this team. You knew Killalay for a good 4 years. What is he saying to the team inside? What can you say to a team when they're down 14-29?
Well, the key is right now is that they're playing on their home court 29-14. I mean, they're getting beat on fast break layups, and they're getting beat under the boards. I mean, they have a height advantage. Williams from Lincoln Sudbury 6'5", Pauldo's 6'8", and he weighs about 225 pounds. They got Micah down low. Jamie's about 6'2". I mean, they definitely have a height advantage, and they're just not boxing out right now. Lincoln Sudbury is getting a lot of offensive rebounds, and I think right now Coach Killalay is probably yelling at them for rebounding. That's definitely the first thing. They're not boxing out. And the second thing is, I'm sure Jamie and Jamel are really getting an earful right now because neither one of them are rotating back.
Okay, what about trapping the ball? Do you think they did that at the last year in their last game in the playoffs? They trapped in the second half, went on something like 10-12-0 run. Do you think that'll work? Can that work with this year's team?
It definitely can. They got a lot of athletes. They got Jamar and Jamel. They got that sophomore Rob Robledo, very good athlete. Armani's a good athlete. Paul and Jamie, good athletes. They got a good athletic team. They can trap. They do have speed. The only thing is right now, Lincoln Sudbury is really running a very good half-court offense, and they're running back screens, and that kid 44 and 25 are both shooting the outside jumper very well. So until they can contain LS in their half-court set, I really don't think they're going to be able to trap.
All right. And how are you doing? You're going to Clark? You're playing hoop a little, or off the team now? What's the deal?
Yeah, well, I was playing ball up at school, and we were 4-1. The only thing is right now I'm a pre-med major, and so I got some academics on my mind, and taking a semester off, getting academics in order here. and then hopefully next semester we're going to rejoin the team, and hopefully right now we're ranked 7th in New England. You know, it's not a far drive. It's about 40 minutes. We play up at Clark University in Worcester. So hopefully, you know, second half of the year, come look for us because we're going to do something this year.
Okay, thank you very much, Josh Fink, for a wonderful halftime. A little show here. Thank you, Josh.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Okay, we're back. We're going to go over a little bit, some halftime statistics. Game's going to start shortly. Second half's going to start shortly. Dave, what do we got for stats here?
If you'll give me a moment.
Having some technical difficulties.
Oh, yes. Here we go with our fancy computerized stats now.
We have only the best technology here at New TV.
For LS, Murphy had 5 points. Nogelo had 8 points. Williams was their big scorer with 12 points, and Felsing had 4 points.
Okay, we're underway here.
For South, Horowitz had 5 points, Krasinski 6, Jamel 3.
And Noon South coming out strong on D. Noon South ball.
So as you can see, South only had 14 points in the first half.
Clearly, 14 points is not going to win you a ball game.
You can't take anything away from the LS defense, but I really think South's problem in the first half was that they just forced the ball, whereas LS did some forcing of the ball too, actually, but South is more guilty of that crime.
That's right. Now that's starting. They're starting to create there underneath the green. Gets a nice high percentage shot. That'll win you ball games.
You got to make a run early if they're going to get back into this one.
It's just like the Bridgewater-Raynham game last year in the playoffs. Off. Ooh, off Newton South. Lincoln Sudbury ball. Halbin comes up with a board. Running it now to Krasinski. It's good. 18-29, Lincoln Sudbury.
That's the kind of shot South didn't get in the first half. The layups, the easy ones.
That's how you win ball games. Create easy shots.
Can't run into the lane and throw off-balance shots off the glass and hope to win. You got to create for yourself. South didn't do that in the first half. But on their first
Williams
shots, they did.
blocked by Krasinski. Out of control shot by Lincoln Sudbury. Horowitz with the board. They're running. Krasinski. Oh, he got a little over anxious. Green will go to the line.
Missed the dunk there.
It would have been pretty, but looking at it now, it was obviously not the right choice.
Krasinski tried to say, boom, shakalaka.
Or
didn't work
something
out that way.
It's Jamel Green at the line. Hits his first. Misses a second.
Pressure defense, which is common for Newton South in the second half. That's a full court press is on now.
Lincoln Sudbury breaking it nicely. Number 44, Miles Felsing.
But what it does is it causes you to have to push the ball
You
on the
hurry
floor.
it.
You have to. There's no choice.
And that goes to poor execution.
And there was a mistake.
Horowitz penetrating. He'll get the foul. Clearly number 44, Miles Felsing, was moving. Horowitz setting the play up. Goes baseline. Nice play.
That was a play clearly designed by Kilaway. It was an isolation play to get Horowitz open.
And Horowitz comes out with a steal. The pull-up. Short. Green scrapping. It's good.
South taking over the tempo here.
And
The fans are up crazy. That's a
calls a timeout. Kilaway is jumping up and down. Fans are on their feet. 23-29. 6 points. Newton South is tough. There's
Yes, that was Scott Zimmerman getting the crowd excited until the security guard came and made him leave. But we have to agree with the sentiment.
Yeah.
South is tough.
South is tough. Clearly that activity is just uncalled for here at Newton South.
Oh, yeah. No need to flex on the court. That picture, by the way, was of Scott.
Scott, that was, he went on a Nutri-Slim, I think. And
He bodybuilds in the offseason.
Yes. I think he's a world champion. At least that's out. Let's see if Newton South can keep up the intensity after this timeout. Lead is 6.
LS really needed to regroup. They were forced.
Allen gets a little over anxious.
LS was forcing passes, not really being able to keep up with the pressure.
And it's a game
Timeout
again.
and regroup, and yeah, South is back into it. Made an 8-point run, get themselves within 6. Took the tempo over with that full court press. One wonders why they don't keep the full court press up the entire game, and the reason for that clearly is that they don't have enough personnel to do this.
Yeah. Lincoln Sudbury gets 2.
Georgetown in college basketball plays a pressing D all game, and that's because John Thompson has 12 guys who can run the floor, for 48 minutes. South is not that lucky, so
South can't afford to slow down the tempo. Krasinski, no good. It's okay shot, bad luck. Green playing tight D. Number 25, Mike Nogelo.
Leads back up to 10 pretty quickly there.
Yeah. 4 quick points. And now Lincoln Sudbury's running. It's a 3 on Horowitz. Horowitz, nice play to come up with the ball to Krasinski. It's showtime!
Shakalaka.
Krasinski is in the house. Goodbye. Gotta get back on knee. Walk on Lincoln Sudbury. Newton South ball. 25-23. Wow, that was big.
The fans like that when the monster dunk comes into the game. Don't see that much in high school basketball.
Yeah, it's exciting. There was a time when nobody dunked in high school basketball.
There was a time.
Illegal.
It's
When Alcindor was around, it was illegal. Now
It's starting to become part of the game slowly. You see it more and more, but
in
it's
high school.
in high school, yeah. Still rare.
Alvin finishes beautifully. You think he's big, you think he's slow, but he's quick.
Micah Hubba happened with that move. Nogelo comes right back and answers it.
(27-35). Lincoln Sudbury. Horowitz. Looked like some contact. Krasinski with the board, and it counts. Newton South fans are on their feet.
South is pumped up. This is what we were talking about. The difference between South in the second half and the first half is so incredible.
It's the tempo, really. I think Newton South has a flow. They're into this game now.
They come out in the second half and they press and they play with much more intensity than they do in the first half. And this is true of every game. If they played this way for a whole game,
they'd be unstoppable. Krasinski to make a three-point play. Coach Horton didn't like that call at all.
It could have gone either way.
It's true.
Krasinski could have been called for over the back.
Yeah, and question as to whether it was continuation. But nonetheless, Newton South 30, LS 35.
LS needs to answer.
Foul inside, I think before the shot. Here's one point that I think is a big factor. Newton South scored 14 points in the first half. They've scored 16 so far with 11:14 remaining.
Yes, they're addressing the problem they had in the first half is what they're doing. In the first half, they forced the ball. In this half, you saw that dunk, several layups. They're getting easy shots. You don't win basketball by shooting out of control.
Nogelo up on the corner.
He's good. You just don't win that way.
Inside to Krasinski. He should make this. Good. If Krasinski can get his hands on the ball in the paint, there's more than a 50-50 chance that he's going to make that shot.
Krasinski now at 15 points.
Newton South causing the turnovers. Newton South ball. Newton South fans and Coach Gilley didn't like that call. Looked like a little contact.
Krasinski has 15 and Nogelo has 14 now. So,
Horowitz with the J. It's good. Matt Williams. You might have to slow it down. Nice dish off. Nice transition. That was a pretty pass. Horowitz with the J. It's good again.
Horowitz is lighting it up.
Fabulous Vogel. Nice play.
They can't be content to trade.
Well.
They can't be content to trade baskets though. And it's exactly what they're doing.
That's number 44, Felsing. These are not easy shots to make.
Both teams heating up. They're heating up here.
Krasinski's got to get it down low. Can't put it to the floor. From the top of the key, it's got to get down low. Doug Wade comes up big, but he has it stripped. That's got to be a call. It's got to either be a travel or a foul. Questionable. Nogelo from deep.
That hurts.
That does hurt.
The three-pointer can be the most.
Ow.
The three-pointer can be the most fatal shot for a team.
It's pivotal.
It is pivotal. It'll either kill you or win you a game.
It can. Paul Lauterbach checking in for the first time. Lauterbach, a junior, at 6'3". 36-44. Lincoln Sudbury spreading the lead out once again. Doug Wade's got to be careful on those passes. Got to put some zip on those balls. And Arash Murati checking into the game. For number 34, Tim Nauer. Horowitz, the jumper, no good. Doug Wade got boxed out by Arash Murati. The three-pointer, no good. Oh, it's good, I'm sorry. Horowitz tries to answer. That's no good. Williams running it. Williams on Horowitz. It's good.
LS opening this one back up again.
They've gone on a run, 36-49. Newton South has got to be patient now. Create. And Krasinski. He'll shoot two. Foul on Arash Murati.
That's a pretty terrible call.
Yeah. Arash wasn't moving.
Krasinski turned around, lowers his shoulder, and throws it in. He'll take it.
Give Arash credit. He stood in there against the bigger Krasinski.
Here's LJ.
The Bunsen burner.
Yes.
Lawan Johnson checking in for number 15, Jamar Green.
This free throw is very important.
The lead once again is 11 points.
All shots are now important from now on for South.
Back to 10.
They got to put the ball in consistently here if they're going to come back.
And they As you said, it can't just be matching shots.
They got to stop LS.
Turnover.
They stopped them in the first half, but they couldn't score. In the second half,
Louderback scrapping on D.
In the second half, South has been able to score, but they haven't been able to stop LS. Some happy medium will do them a service.
Williams. South is happy having him take the shots. But if Williams takes those shots from outside, that means Krasinski is outside. And Lincoln Sudbury can get those boards, as they did. That's I don't know if we got that on soundtrack, but there's someone tuning a little whistle, not too loud, not too obnoxious.
Sounds like the Roadrunner.
It sounds like the Roadrunner or a choo-choo train.
To me, it sounds like the Roadrunner.
It's true.
I thought I'd make that clear.
Okay. That's a new one. I'm not sure how effective it is. 51-39 LS. 8:22 remaining.
South's got to make a run soon.
Every time they start to make a run,
LS has answered it.
Exactly. Louderback coming off the pick well. Nice screen there set. Louderback came around well. He'll shoot two. That's what South is doing now. Staying patient. That's how they'll win. Stay patient.
And one of the reasons that LS has been able to answer them is Nogelo is heated up. If you remember, he didn't have that many at the half. He now has 21. So he had 8 at the half and 21 now.
Yeah. Horowitz and Nogelo were the co-MVPs of the league last year.
Yes, they were.
This is a good rivalry. South trapping nicely now. And Lincoln Sudbury breaks out of it nicely. To Williams baseline. Wild. Goes off Lincoln Sudbury's foot. Should be Newton South ball. Ref was right there. He calls it Lincoln Sudbury. Nogelo from deep.
That's his second three-pointer. That's 24 points for Nogelo.
South has got a counter. Horowitz.
16 for Matt Williams.
Now Horowitz is starting to get the calls his way. He'll go to the line. Things like this, easy buckets. Even things out. Moratti coming back in for Lincoln Sudbury, as is Monty Allen and Jamel Green for Newton South. Short. Horowitz has got to bend his knees a little bit more, get a little bit more arc on that.
What makes this game even more painful for South to be behind in is that LS and South are just such bitter rivals in every sport.
Football, baseball, those are the two bigger ones.
And
badminton.
The history of late has gone to Lincoln Sudbury.
Yeah. Breaking out of the press nicely. And Arash makes the easy bucket. 42-56, Ellis really opening it up now. Lawan Johnson coming off the screen nicely. Horowitz penetrating. Krasinski with the board. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2. Hey, if he gets the ball in there, he should be able to do that every time. And he has been doing it a bit, not as much as South would like to.
Well, while Matt Williams is on the bench, they should be looking to Krasinski as much as possible.
Exactly. Tempo now going up to this point in Lincoln Sudbury's favor. 44-56. New South. Green did get a piece of the arm, but it won't be shooting, of course. LS, nice and patient. That's 42, Murati with a miss. Horowitz with the pull-up. That's good.
He's heated up a little bit this half.
Yeah, I think he's taken four or five outside shots. This half only missed a couple, but not penetrating, just jumpers. This house is packed. They have to clear the fans out of the corner.
It's the girls' basketball team over there.
Yeah, they've had a great season so far. Nikki Jackson, the powerhouse freshman. Nogelo, no good. That was off balance. Horowitz running it.
That's Krasinski's 10th rebound there. He has 10 rebounds and 18 points.
He's up to par for the rebound. Inside to Krasinski. And Horton's going to have to get 20 points. Williams off the bench, and quickly.
Yeah, Williams has 4 fouls right now. That's why he's on the bench.
New South has to exploit that fact.
They want him for the last couple minutes.
Oh, there's a double dribble.
And there's Williams now.
4 fouls on Williams.
They had to bring him back in. Krasinski was taking the game over inside.
Still, though, give it to Krasinski. Williams will not be playing. Will be hesitating. Will not be playing as physical as he normally does. You are watching New TV, Channel 13. Horowitz drives, fouled, go to line. That was nice penetration. It was in control. 48-56, 5:20 remaining. Newton South is going to do something.
Now's the time.
Now.
Gotta drain these free throws. A lot of past alumni here for this game.
Yes, we had Fink at halftime. You've got
Khalil is over sitting on the bench, I believe.
Khalil, Dave Tempkin, statistician extraordinaire. I saw Brian White. A plethora of Newton South alums.
Great football and lacrosse player, Brian White.
50-56. Well, South has been trailing all game. This is not over. Inside to Nogelo. They call it on Horowitz. It looked like Nogelo sat on Horowitz. But you could charge Nogelo with a personal foul. I don't know. Either way, that one was
well,
either way.
You'd have to call it on Horowitz simply because Nogelo had the ball. You could charge it with traveling.
Yeah, he's traveling, personal foul, but that should go on here.
Krasinski takes objections. That was a close call.
Yeah. The refs have been, not doing that badly.
They're having a better second half.
Yes. This refereeing is tough.
That's a big free throw miss there.
Jamar Green entering the game for LJ, the Bunch of Burner.
Every point counts at this time in the game.
4:48 remaining.
Matt Williams misses the first one.
Gets a second, though. New South got to get up a high percentage shot here. And into Krasinski. Krasinski looking for the foul, but that was a nice strip. Fell on Jamel Green. That's Jamel's third. Jamel's third. Nogelo hits his first. .430 remaining.
Nogelo has 26 points and 11 rebounds.
He's going to get that every game. Horowitz with the pull-up. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. South answers with a possible three-point play.
And Horowitz has got himself back into the game too. Has 18 points at this juncture.
Looking smooth.
Two players who really weren't doing much at halftime.
It's back to a 6-point ball game, folks. No backcourt on that. 44, flashing, Felsing. They can't get it into Krasinski. If he can get his hands on the ball, he'll produce. New South not making great decisions there. And the Greens both coming up with a nice turnover, but can't convert.
Can't
3:48 remaining.
Can't miss the easy buckets in a close game.
53-61.
Just can't do it.
Nogelo penetrating, switches to the right hand. Lincoln Sudbury ball. One thing about Horowitz and Nogelo, they can go both hands pretty well, and for high school basketball, that's extraordinary. Coach Killay calls a timeout with 3:40 remaining. Newton South 53, Lincoln Sudbury 61. We can go over some statistics.
Murphy has 5 points, 5 rebounds in the game. Ireland, he's been kept off the board. Ireland is one of those players that we were told by Coach Horton contributes a lot of points. He's been held off the board, only 3 rebounds. Nogelo is having a fantastic game. He has 11 rebounds, 26 points. Williams is having a great game too. He's got 6 rebounds and
Marati's playing
17
quite
points.
well.
Yeah, Marati coming off the bench is doing a nice job for them. Felsing has 11 points. And then for South, no surprises here where you see Horowitz and Krasinski. Krasinski with
a bunch of
22 points.
22 points. As
Horowitz
Dave does the math on that.
On the high technology
Yeah,
we have here.
We'd like to thank Jason Kovitz for the statistics and our friend Dave Cohen
Yeah, to finish the thought, Horowitz has 18.
for the camera work. Yeah, sorry about that. And give the rest of South credit. They are putting in a good effort, 110%. Both Greens, Wade, Allen, they're all working hard. Green South breaking the press well. Green's got to control it. Nice way to slow it down. Doesn't force a bad pass. Horowitz penetrating. The right hand. It's good.
That runner's a very good move. Horowitz has been doing that
Since
for
he
a
was
long time.
a little baby.
Since the days of NAA.
Yes. No backcourt. Close, though. Horowitz called for the hack. He didn't get ball. He's got to think. 3 on Horowitz so far. Lincoln Sudbury fans, again with the poor rhythm in the Horowitz chant.
Both teams are in the penalty.
3:12 remaining, 55-61, Lincoln Sudbury. Green comes up with the board. Inside to Krasinski. He's triple teamed. Horowitz, the J. Krasinski comes up big. Nogelo, though. Allen fouls. Smart foul. I don't know how many Allen has exactly, but you don't want Nogelo with the possibility of a three-point play. LS has the lead back up to 8. Going on 9. Nogelo off the back of the rim. Lincoln Sudbury with some nice D inside to Krasinski. Now it's good. If they can just get the ball in the hands of Paul Krasinski, which they've had trouble doing, they'll get some easy points. New South fouling now. Smart, 2:27 remaining, 57-63. Robert Bledsoe reporting in for number 15, Jamar Green. Jamar only has 2. But Rob,
Good outside shooter.
good outside shooter, and he hasn't been playing that much. He'll be able to waste some fouls. True, though, they need to get their scores in there now.
That's Ireland's first point of the game.
Surprisingly quiet. Perhaps he's hurting. Horowitz gets the board. That was close. Running it nicely. Inside to Krasinski. He's double teamed. And Green with a nice board.
Unbelievable.
What
He
athleticism.
glided through the air with ease, grabbed that one and put it back in one motion.
Krasinski got lucky on that. Looked like he might have walked. I think timeout, Lincoln Sudbury. Smart play by Lincoln Sudbury. 59-64.
5-point game.
Wow, this is close.
South has really brought themselves back into it.
Great job by the officials. Thanks right here.
That's a great job by the officials.
Says the officials. Been back and forth, back and forth. Each team setting the tempo, then the other team sets the tempo. 2 minutes remaining. 59-64. Anything could happen at this juncture. Can Newton South get the ball into Krasinski? Can Newton South stop Nogelo?
Newton South's got to come up with some key stops at Lincoln Sudbury here.
And they have to get the ball into Paul. He's
Easy buckets.
easy buckets at this point, and Paul can create fouls, get 3-point plays.
Yeah, I see.
At this point,
South's best option at this point in terms of scoring is either to go into Krasinski or have Horowitz take the lane.
yeah, Newton
Pick up
South
the foul.
is not a great three-point shooting team. It's not a high percentage shot. What would be better for Newton South is to penetrate, get it down low, get the bucket and the basket.
And clearly that's either Krasinski or Horowitz. The two men for the job. But as I said, Robledo's a good outside shooter. That may be why he's in.
Yeah. With Robledo,
One of the-
outside that creates more inside.
One of the few South players who can hit the three with fairly good consistency. Doesn't get the opportunity to shoot it much.
Green a little over anxious. I think he did get a little bit of number 44. Nelson. Jamel's fourth foul. These shots are key with 1:42 remaining.
That's Belsing's 13th point.
Didn't look pretty.
Belsing is 13 now.
It's both 1:42 remaining. 7-point game.